everyone. I got something new today. I got a new toy. And let me turn the light on. I forget to turn it on sometimes. These are Art Mixed Media Gel Sticks. And these are 12 gel pens. You can get a lot more, but I just thought this would be enough. It's metallic colors that scream off the page. Our metallic mix media gel sticks are made of water-soluble wax with soft, buttery texture. The rich colors blend smoothly and easily, are a light fast, odorless, non-toxic, and transparent. Works wet or dry, produces stunning results. Grab a King Art paintbrush or any paintbrush and some water over your paints to create a watercolor effect. Works well on dark surfaces with a shimmery finish. Hassle-free cleanup and mess-free clean up storage cases. It's easy to keep. All right, well, let's open it up. Let's see what we got. I paid right at $10 for this set, which was probably one of the cheaper sets that I saw. But since I didn't know whether I was going to like this or not, oh, it's got a little case. Right up my alley. Okay, and you can see through it. How nice. Isn't that nice? And look, they got a little grip on them. And the color, let's see how do you make, oh, okay, this bottom part twists. Okay, so it's kind of like and it will fit on the bottom. So, let me move my keyboard out of the way and tell my computer to go to sleep. I was looking at cameras and I ordered one, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so this is just a little watercolor pad that I got with, oh, it came with my watercolor so I just thought we would try it out a little bit. So I don't know exactly how it works, but let's try it. I've got a brush right here. It says it's water soluble. So I'm just gonna see what it does do. How far will it spread? And that yellow probably wasn't the best one to choose. Okay. Much lighter on this side. It's not pulling all the way across. Okay. Let's pick a darker color. Does it say on here what color they are? Well, it doesn't. See how little or how much water you need. My brush is just wet from rinsing it off. This is not a watercolor brush. This is just a brush. Put a little more water and see how far it will stretch. Now it's a pretty color. Can you build on it? I see most people using this for backgrounds. Well, we'll have to give it a try and see. Does it mix with other colors? Let's see. All right, let me try. I have a page from a color book. Let's try a little bit on one of these. See what it does. Let's try mixing a couple of colors. Together. See what happens. Well, it's kind of pretty. I've seen people do a lot of the background. Let's try that. We're just messing around. We're just seeing how they work. I got a lot of water on that one. I think this is something you're going to have to mess around with a little bit. I don't see it It's that's a lot of water. It's really soaking my poor paper up too. I guess if you just kept on going. I'm not sure it's one of my favorite medias. And maybe I'm just not using it right. Maybe I put too much water with it. Let's see. You can see where on a thinner paper it wouldn't work at all. It was already starting to peel the paper. Let's try a couple other colors. Let's see. You know, you just got to see for yourself. I'm going to dry my brush just a little bit, like if you were a watercolorist, you just kind of come back in and dry that. And actually, this is a watercolor brush. Come to think of it. So I guess if I don't use as much water, or maybe it's the pink that's working better together. that worked a little better. Let's try another color. Move those up. Let's try some of the blues. Maybe I just didn't put enough. And they dry pretty fast. They are very metallic-y. I haven't even dipped my brush back in the water. So maybe I was trying to use way too much water, which I'm always lecturing about. Don't use so much water, don't use so much water. They're actually almost moving around on their own. And this brush is almost totally dry. So I think I was using too much water. So I wonder if these dry like this too. And put just a little bit of water in there. See, I put too much water. And this is a, okay. You just have to learn. Not to put so much water. The water just, instead of moving it around, it it dissolves it too much, I think. Maybe if the background's a little bit wet, it'll slide around a little bit. That's got to have some water, so I'm going to just dip it, and I'm going to touch my cloth in my hand to get the excess water out. It is kind of a pretty background. I mean, I wouldn't want to try it right away. I'd want to play with it a little bit. It is kind of blending nicely though, isn't it? Well, it's something we're going to have to play with. Let's see. Let's try the kind of peachy color. think this is a case where some of the colors are going to move easier than others. But like I said, with a watercolor brush, and this is, because this is some of the first watercolor brushes I ever got. And this is one of the brushes I haven't used on just everything and anything. I've saved it for my watercolors. I have ruined a few, because if you use acrylic and stuff on them, you will they leave little flakes in your watercolors. Well, if you learn to control your water, I think you could make some pretty backgrounds, or even use them for different things. They wouldn't be at the top of my list of having to have, but I've gotten a Amazon card for Mother's Day, so I thought, well, let's try it. This just kind of moves around very, very nicely. It kind of blends right into that yellow, very pretty. Let's see. I'm just dipping the tip of this thing in. I'm not dipping the whole brush by any means. And there comes some of that color. Well, what do you think? Let's just try doing just a flower. Let's see what happens. I'm going to get a smaller brush. This is not a watercolor brush. This is just a cheap brush. At least I think it's cheap. It's a Royal Angles. No, it's not cheap, but it's mid-range maybe. All right, so let's just try this again. What I'm wondering, this purple one is dry. Now let's take something, some Prismacolors, a couple of them. Let's see what happens. Oh, you can definitely go over the top of these with Prismacolors. So if you wanted to use some of this as your background, you could do that easily. Yeah. But you can see here where I put too much water, and look here where I didn't use hardly. It's just not, it's not wrinkly at all. Nor here. Just right here where I dumped all the water. You can definitely do this. So that's as far as I'm going to go. So I just wanted to show these to you, and the ones that I have, I think there's a much larger set for $18, but just depends what you want to do with them. So thank you for watching.